on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this me go right in for it. 53, I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling a little nigga, try to look. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as
It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Philadelphia. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preach all season long, never look ahead. You can't do it, right? You've got to focus so much on the present. But you know that every man out there is so aware of what's on the line today and where they could be playing in 2 weeks. It's going to be a game-long challenge, no question, to keep the focus on the right here and the right now. Once you've got a win iced away, well, then you can start entertaining those Super Bowl thoughts and those Super Bowl realities.
Well, here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hurts now from the gun. Flushed down out to his left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down. Well, this group right here, Brock, poised to make a run in the playoffs. But they've had to earn that trip to the postseason, haven't they, without some of their teammates here on the field.
And for everyone on this injury report, the key is recovery. If you got a shot to make it back, any shot, you're going to do all you...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers force the turnover on the first series of this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of the game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Another try following the sack. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's brought in by Jennings. gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Fourth down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Moody knocks it through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense help with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Running back sent in motion. From the 29. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
First down, a run with Barkley. Escapes a defender. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 12 yards on that play.
Break off some extra yards.
They'll come up first and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. He's on the move. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 8. Gets it to Paris Campbell. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. And he touched him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Looking for an open man. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Eagles pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Purdy setting up that play action. Reeled in by George Kittle. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Caught by Deebo Samuel. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now we have a timeout for the injured player, and it's somebody they can scarce afford to lose. Deebo Samuel, the one being checked on. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Good, check. Hey. No.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 30 on 2nd down.
Oh, damn.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a race down the right side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Let's take a 7-point lead in the 1st.
On the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
And the point after's missed, so this remains a 7-point ball game. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. 13-6 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They're facing a 13-6 deficit as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Juke the defender. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. James Bradbury up from the secondary for that tackle.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Short side option here, he's running left. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Purdy looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Moody knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Able to get it to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts throwing again. Barkley's got it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now lead by 10. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. He breaks the tackle, and that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Purdy on 1st down. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10.
No.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Purdy throwing. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Hurts now from the gun. Taken in by Smith. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he gets this forward to the 19. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles, who have 1st and 10.
Wow.
Working inside the red zone. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just a tremendous effort from the defense there. A sense of urgency on 1st down in the red zone. Got to find a way to knock this offense backwards, and the defense just did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. Has room down the left sideline. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. First and 10 now from the 30. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Dumped off to his running back. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
73! Delta!
On first down, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Delta!
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Into the hands of Campbell. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down throwing for Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Complete over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now a pause to attend to an injured player, and this is a worrying sight. It is Saquon Barkley who was hurt on the play. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. From the red zone now. Hits it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now Hurts. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing third and long. Back to throw, Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Looking to throw. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. He'll throw it. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Which one of these two clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens squaring off against the New York Jets. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Now the 49ers.
And there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
I love that. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Devin White hauls him down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 32. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running back, motioning right. 1st down throw by Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
3rd and short. He's taking the option right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on the 3rd and 1 run.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Again, this is Gainwell. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Great, set. Hey, 73.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too.
Pocket isn't holding out there.
I always said this NFC Championship
The
game.
big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Couple goals at 25. Sorry, it was a tough game.
Running back sent in motion. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. And like his dad before him, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. on the tackle. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Moody knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive.
Great, Delta.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Delta.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Great, set.
stick with Gainwell. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
No touch that. No touch.
He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on fourth down, and they move those chains. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. Jukes one defender, and he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
A run here with Will Shipley. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock, but that throw now didn't work out the way his earlier targets had.
It kind of felt like you could see that from the booth. This defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball.
Yeah.
A whole lot more active in their coverage, and somebody was ready to finally separate the football when it arrived.
And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. So here come the 49ers on offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. He tucks it and takes off.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Completed over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's 49ers football, and they trail. Their playoffs hanging in the balance. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Pearsall there to grab it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for 7 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. The give to the fullback. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, I don't know how much longer we'll see plays like this in the NFL with how little fullbacks ever get to touch the ball, but I'll tell you what, while they're still hanging around, it's sure fun to watch them rumble down the field whenever they do get their number called.
Going to the ground again on first. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
From the gun is Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a fourth-quarter lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers push their lead to 3.
Eagles 23.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
No touch that. No touch.
Running is Barkley. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Now a pause to attend to an injured player, and this is a worrying sight. It is Saquon Barkley who was hurt on the play. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Great. No touch.
Here's Hurts. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Great. Set. No touch.
On 4th down, Hurts. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Great. Set. No touch.
Out of the gun, it gives to Shipley. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Great. Set. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
No touch that. No touch.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, Shipley gets it. And they're going to bring him down at the 39-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
No touch, touch. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Great, set. Hey, easy, 63, pass. No touch.
Hurts setting up to throw. Pass complete to Campbell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Campbell going to motion over right. Handoff now to Shipley. And he's got 5, and we've got our 2-minute warning. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Great. No touch.
Shipley. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles jump in front late. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
Setting up to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. He'll look to throw it. He'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain. Back to throw. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he is to throw. Forced out to... And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Set.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. This finds Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He's down to a knee, and they've done it. They're going to be playing in the Super Bowl.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on victory.
Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now, when they take the field in the Super Bowl. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.